Unit 5. The Great Divide. Unit 5. Session A. Activity 10A. 1.
Vowel.
2.
Bat.
3.
Boat.
4.
Vet.
5.
Van.
6.
Bail.
7.
Very. Vowel. Bowel. Vat. Bat. Vote. Boat. Vet. Bet. Van. Ban. Veil. Bail. Very. Berry.
B.
Vivian bought Brian a very beautiful boat for his birthday. Brian made a vat of British Burgundy with berries from his best vines, but Vivian imbibed the best of half a vat and was banned from driving her brown van. Brian voted to ban vans, bailed Vivian out, and bought her a beautiful black veil. Vivian wore her veil on the bus when she brought back her best bat from a visit to the vet.
C. 1.
Birthday.
2.
Vocabulary.
3.
Vacation.
4.
Babysitter.
5.
Beautiful.
6.
Avocado.
7.
Rubbish.
8.
Invitation.
Unit 5. Session A. Activity 12A. Hello, is that Pathfinders?
Yes, can I help you?
Yes. Could I speak to Miss Hutchings, please?
Who's calling?
This is Alex Williamson.
Just a moment, I'll transfer you.
Hello, Sarah James.
Oh, hello. I'd like to speak to Miss Hutchings, please.
Who?
Miss Hutchings. Kathy Hutchings.
Oh, Kathy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm afraid she's not in this afternoon. She's at a meeting in Paris. She'll be back tomorrow.
Oh, I see.
Can I take a message?
Yes, please. Could you say Alex called and he'll ring back tomorrow at 3:30 about the tickets for Friday night?
The tickets for Friday night?
Yes, she'll understand.
Okay, I'll make sure she gets the message.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Unit 5. Session A. Activity 13A.
Hello, Pathfinders.
Oh, hello. Is Sarah James there, please?
Who's calling?
This is Felix Gonzalez.
Just a moment, I'll transfer you.
Hello, Kathy Hutchings.
Oh, hello. I'm trying to get hold of Sarah.
I'm afraid she's on holiday this week. She'll be back on Monday.
Oh, I see.
Can I take a message?
Yes, please. Could you say Felix Gonzalez called?
How do you spell your last name?
Gonzalez.
And what is it regarding?
It's regarding dinner on Saturday.
Fine. And what's your number?
01928 396 782.
OK, I'll make sure she gets the message.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
B.
Hello, Pathfinders. Who's calling? Just a moment, I'll transfer you.
Hello, Kathy Hutchings? I'm afraid she's on holiday this week. She'll be back on Monday. Can I take a message? How do you spell your last name? And what is it regarding? Fine. And what's your number? OK, I'll make sure she gets the message. Bye.
Unit 5, Session B, Activity 13.
Have you seen the book? Is it true that you're going away? Did Carlos buy it? Can I read it? Would you like to try it? Are you coming?
Unit 5, Consolidation, Activity 1.
We're trying to complete a survey on attitudes to homelessness. Would you mind answering a few questions?
No, not at all. I've got plenty of time. Go ahead.
Fine. Could you give me some idea of your age group?
Well, I'm 29, actually.
And could I take your name?
Graham Leakey.
How do you spell your last name?
Leakey.
Thanks. And do you own your own home?
No. At the moment, I'm living with friends.
Do you share with a partner?
No, but I used to.
Have you ever been homeless, or have you nearly lost your home at any time?
Well, not really. But when my marriage broke up, we sold the house, and that's when I moved in with friends.
Do you know anyone who's homeless?
Well, there's an old man I talk to quite often, and I sometimes see him sleeping in a doorway by the station. He hasn't got a home.
In your opinion, what's the worst problem caused by having bad housing?
It's not healthy, is it? People get ill when their living conditions are poor.
As regards the effect that homelessness has on families and communities, does it have a bad effect?
Of course. It isn't good for anyone.
What about society as a whole and the economy?
I honestly don't know. I'm not a politician.
As regards politicians, do you think they're doing enough? Do they care about the homeless?
No. They get nice fat salaries. The Prime Minister gets over £67,000, doesn't he? They don't care.
Would you be willing to write a letter to your local Member of Parliament to help get housing for homeless people?
Look, I haven't got time to write letters to MPs. I'm a very busy person. That's your job.
Well, thank you for taking the time to answer my questions. We'll let you know the result of the survey.
Unit 5, Consolidation, Activity 2.
We're trying to complete a survey on attitudes to homelessness. Would you mind answering a few questions? Fine. Could you give me some idea of your age group? And could I take your name? How do you spell your last name? Thanks. And do you own your own home? Do you share with a partner? Have you ever been homeless, or have you nearly lost your home at any time? Do you know anyone who's homeless? In your opinion, what's the worst problem caused by having bad housing? As regards the effect that homelessness has on families and communities, does it have a bad effect? What about society as a whole and the economy? As regards politicians, do you think they're doing enough? Do they care about the homeless? Would you be willing to write a letter to your local Member of Parliament to help get housing for homeless people? Well, thank you for taking the time to answer my questions. We'll let you know the result of the survey.
Unit 5. Consolidation. Activity 3.
Graham Leakey usually gets up at about 5:30. He leads a very busy working life. He makes himself a cup of black coffee, has a slice of wholemeal toast, and sets off in a mad rush for the underground station, carrying a small leather briefcase containing his filofax and his mobile phone. He doesn't usually work on the tube going to the office, but he does read the Financial Times and a couple of other newspapers. He has to know about current trends on the world financial markets. Share dealing starts early, and on a good day, Graham may make several hundreds of thousands of pounds. He is in a position to speculate with millions of pounds each day. He's made a lot of money for himself over the past 2 years, and he says he's going to retire when he's 32. If he has time, he eats a sandwich for lunch. He drinks coffee throughout the day, and if he has a difficult decision to make, he goes outside and has a cigarette. After work, at 8 or 9 in the evening, he meets a girlfriend for a drink in a wine bar. His work can be very stressful, and drinking helps him feel more relaxed, though he usually feels bad next morning. He doesn't have time for serious relationships. His marriage broke up last year. His wife said he spent more time at the office than with her.
John Gibbs gets up any time he likes. He lives on the streets. He doesn't have a job to go to, and he doesn't have any responsibilities. If he can find a quiet corner or a doorway to sleep in, he'll sleep until 10 or 11 in the morning. After that, he goes to look for something to eat. He looks in waste bins for half-eaten sandwiches and the remains of cold coffee and plastic cups. He always finds something around the main train stations or in popular shopping areas. He often spends the middle of the day sitting on the pavement with a box in front of him, waiting for people to throw him a few coins. No one comes too close to him because he smells. He doesn't have a home, so he doesn't have a bathroom either, and he doesn't often wash. The worst time is the winter. In the summer, he enjoys the long, warm days and lies for hours in the park. Social workers tell him that he should look for a job, but he likes things the way they are now. When he was a teenager, his mother threw him out of their home, and after a few days on the streets, the social services took him into care. After 6 months in a children's home, he ran away because the older boys bullied him. That was 13 years ago. He's used to life on the streets. He doesn't have to depend on anyone, and no one depends on him.